there, I'm Barlow, here to show you how to wash a washable hookah hose, specifically the Nammor hose. You'll want to wash your hose to get rid of any ghosting of flavors or anything like that. And all you gotta do to start, take out the tip. And I don't like to get this handle part wet or these little poof balls either. But the bottom line is the poof balls probably will wind up getting wet, and it doesn't matter all that much. First step is you want to get some funnels. You can grab these at any department store for really cheap, and they make things a lot easier for washing it. So you can just get one that fits right in there. What you want to do is fill up the hose halfway with water, and you'll also want to get some lemon juice in there because this helps get rid of the ghosting really well. So either something like this or one of these guys. If you don't have any concentrated lemon juice, you can also use rubbing alcohol or vodka. I found that rubbing alcohol will actually work best to get rid of the more stubborn flavors. Alright, now I'm going to add some warm water. Not super hot, but just kind of warm. Remember, the more concentrated the cleaning agent, the more effective it'll be. So if you need to, use less water. So I like to put a lot of lemon in. I figure the more lemon, the more it'll wash out the old flavors. Sometimes it will spurt a little like that, so you may actually want to do this over the sink. I, however, will not be doing that because that would not make a good video to see my butt the whole time. It's recommended to wash your hose after every couple of sessions. Unless you don't smoke very much, then wash it after every time you use it. When you first buy these, there's a very potent plasticky taste, and usually the dye they use to color it will bleed for the first few rinses, especially on black Nammors. So you want to repeat this whole process about 5 to 8 times at least before you even smoke it once. Once you've finished washing your hose with the lemon water, it's time to rinse it out. So what we're going to do is take a bowl and put it on the ground like this one. Turn your sink on to warm water again. And this is when the funnel really comes in handy. Stick this under the sink and let it run through into the bowl. Do this for a few minutes to make sure that all of the lemon gets out of the hose. If your sink is too small to fit this entire handle in it, you can of course use the other end. So I use one of my other funnels, and you can do the exact same thing. Now we get to go through that exact same process one more time to give it a good thorough washing. If you get a little bored at this point, you may want to consider doing something to pass the time, like watch a movie, or listen to some music, or have an early 90s movie montage. At some point you're going to want to run some water through this. You can also use soap on this piece to clean the actual part where your mouth touches. Now all that's left to do is dry your hose out. You don't want to just hang it and leave it be because some of the water might not evaporate while it's in the hose. So what you got to do instead is swing it in circles to use centrifugal force to get the water out, and then hang it upside down to get the last little bit. So take your hose by the middle and you'll just swing it around in circles. Do it for about a minute on both sides. The other side, if you put your wrist in it like this, it'll make it so your hose doesn't bend quite as much while you're swinging it in circles, as opposed to if you swing it like this with your hand steady. This part is bending a lot more right now than when I do this. Just something to think about so that you don't wear out your hose too much. Plus you'll look really cool. If any neighbors see you, they're just going to say to themselves, wow, that is obviously a well-educated person who I would like to get to know better because he just looks suave. You might want to consider doing this part in a tux to feel extra fancy. I put this cardboard right here just so you can see how much water comes out while you're swinging your hose around, and therefore you do not want to do this inside because all these little streaks of water will be going in every single direction, and let's say hypothetically you have a roommate and he's trying to wash some dishes and you're doing this in his general direction, you might think, oh, nothing's coming out, and then he tells you to stop goddamn splashing him, you dick. And you're done. Go ahead and hang up your hose to dry and it'll be good to smoke. If you're doing this for the very first time, you'll want to breathe in through it and check to make sure that that plasticky taste is gone. If it's not, repeat it again. Just keep washing it until you can't taste that anymore. If you like my videos, be sure to subscribe. The link's right up there. And write any comments or questions that you have down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. For more tips, tricks, and reviews, visit BarlowFilms on YouTube. For everything hookah. Or not hookah. I actually don't have that many hookah videos up. More to come though, right? That's good stuff.